back in 1997, the UNESCO International Commission on Education for the 21st Century published a report called Learning, the Treasure Within. And I won't get into their whole kind of global idea of lifelong learning, but I think the way they talk about lifelong learning is kind of useful, and I think it can provide a framework for talking about continuing education even at the individual level. So they divided lifelong learning into 4 different categories. First of all, there's learning to know and learning to do. And that's normally what we think about when we think about professional development, right? It's gaining skills and it's gaining knowledge. And that's absolutely a huge part of continuing education, but that's not all there is to it. And I think we've seen that a lot during all the various presentations today. Oh, there was another click in there. So the other 2 categories that they talk about are a little bit harder to pin down, but they're equally important: learning to live together and learning to be. And these are things like developing an understanding of others, recognition of our growing interdependence as individuals and as people, analyzing risks and dealing with conflict. They're things like encouraging discovery and experimentation, acting with greater autonomy and personal responsibility, and developing that kind of creativity and imagination. These can be more difficult to put on a resume and itemize, but they are absolutely an important part of developing as professionals. So I tell you this because I want you to think about continuing education holistically.